And we are back. It is movie night with JL Media. We are at Hamilton 16 IMAX, our home for movie night with JL Media. Hey, Mandy.
Hey.
You excited about tonight?
I am super excited about tonight. I am more excited about your look. I wish our listeners could see you right now. You are ready for this movie.
It is The Kingsman, The Golden Circle, and we have an interesting cast of characters right here with us.
We do have a great cast of characters. I guess that's what we could call them. Our wonderful co-hosts. Of course, we have Heather from Into the Woods by Heather, who's become a regular on this show.
Yes.
Hey, guys. How are you?
Good. We also have David Banks, who a lot of our listeners are familiar with as well. He is a co-host of 3 of our other shows, HeadlineNuz, Entertainment Today, and Indy Drinking Dead.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody?
And we also have...
He's very excited to be here, isn't he?
He is. David's always excited.
I'm cool, calm, and collective right now.
Yeah, see? And we also have a new guest to our show, Sam.
Sam Pittman.
Sam Pittman.
The House of Wayward Men.
Hello, everybody.
I just interviewed this guy on Brother Bearcast. It will be episode 196, dropping next week. They came and said, they were talking about a little web series they had. A little TV show right there on the internet. And I said, okay, yeah, we're going to do this. A lot of fun. These guys are a lot of fun to sit down with. And then I watched the pilot. And I got to tell you, I was drinking when I watched it. But
That's the only way to watch it.
I literally watched it twice. Twice. How many T's are in twice?
How many PBRs have you had before you came on the
I
mic?
can't tell you that because we are at Hamilton 69 Max. Good, rich, quality theaters is where we're doing it in the Hamilton Town Center. I see Mitch over there. Mitch is wearing a cowboy hat.
He looks so handsome.
We're going to get him on the mic right now. We're going to put Manny to work out there. Manny, talk to this Navy man over here. We'll get him see what's going on with this young gentleman over here. Come on in, Mitch. Sam, Mitch has got a script he's been working on. I think he's done several. But they are interested in funding a movie here before long. Mitch, I went right to your movie, brother.
What?
I went right to your movie. I was talking about your movie when you were sitting down.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Yes. Sam is a writer and producer and, my God, pretty much everything with House of Wayward Men, right?
That's right.
How's it going,
Yeah.
Sam?
Going pretty well. How are you?
Good.
You want to talk a little bit about your film before we get started?
No, let's get going.
Let's get going. It is The Kingsman tonight is what we're talking about. And when I was set up out here, guys, Mitch snuck in there and watched the movie on me.
Not fair, Mitch.
I know. I was right here in the theater, too.
It's called research.
Okay. All right. What can you tell us,
That's
brother?
what it's called.
Well, actually, considering the content of the last movie, what it was a content screening. I want to know how hard an R rating we're dealing with here.
And what'd you think overall? Was it as good as the first one, or?
It's great. It's a lot of fun. Great action movie.
Uh-huh.
Great cast as always. Miss Julianne Moore's in this one.
Really?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Okay. Is there a downside to it? I mean, you're fresh out of the theater.
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
I enjoyed it.
Boom.
Dude, Halle Berry's in this movie.
Okay.
I don't care.
All right.
I would watch
There you
Halle
go.
Berry milk cows.
I actually clapped like a little kid when I saw her. I was like, yeah.
Man, she gets better with age. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Some of us do. Absolutely.
She plays a good villain, too, I think.
Yeah.
Is she the villain in this movie? A bad Halle Berry?
I'm not telling you anything about the movie
I want to
other
know a
than
little
my
something
impressions.
now. I need to know a little something. I'm going to try and see it before I leave tonight, but I didn't get to see it today. We used to do these shows on Friday night, Sam, so I could come up here earlier during the day and actually watch the movie before we did this show, but not on Thursdays. We moved to Thursdays, and it's working well for us.
Yeah, our last show was great.
It was absolutely amazing with it up here.
That was fun. Oh, did everybody finally see it?
Oh.
No.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it was okay. It was
Okay.
good. It was good.
So I heard mixed reviews as well. Some people just hated it, and then others loved it. There's no, middle ground. This is the first time, as I put popcorn in my mouth, I've heard middle ground.
It was, to me, horror flicks, it takes a lot to scare me. I put it at a higher level than probably any other genre of film. So, it was good. I've seen a lot worse, trust me. But, it was good.
Brother, I've been married twice. Nothing scares me anymore. So, there we are with that.
Never had the pleasure.
Congratulations. I say that. We got a couple of happily married people on the show. Sam and Heather, right?
Yeah.
Yes, but not together.
Right, that's what you say. Same thing.
Heather, tell me about your business, darling.
My business is Into the Woods by Heather. I make organic body products, bath bombs, body butters, bath salts, bug spray, sunscreens, all the fun stuff. I don't put any toxic products in it, which makes it awesome. So
Awesome.
you only have a body butter that's got 3 or 4 ingredients instead of 20.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm loving it. I'm gearing myself up for the fall. I guess it is fall, and it don't feel like fall.
Not today, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't at all.
What got you started making these
Got me
things?
started. I started changing my lifestyle,
Uh-oh.
what I eat, what I use to better my health. And I decided I was going to start making my own stuff, so why not make it to where my friends can have it and then make it affordable?
I see.
As you just shove more popcorn
I
in
see.
your mouth.
Right. You're supposed to help me with this, Heather. You're no pro at this by now. Mitch has used some of your stuff, hadn't you, Mitch?
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
I think the stuff I liked the most were the rollers you gave me,
The roller balls.
Yeah, those are cool.
They're really awesome.
especially the one that's like that. There's one that makes you relax.
the
a little bit.
anxiety.
Yeah, I used some of that before I went to sleep. It was great.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you have like an attractant.
You
Like,
know what?
You know, like a rollerball Spanish fly for Mitch's.
Oh, well. But I am going to have cologne roller balls for the men
Nice.
for Christmas.
They do
Yep.
have the fluid. It's the same thing. You just take it internally. It's called PBR.
See,
Give
there
them
you
enough
go.
PBRs, and yeah, pretty much a done deal. Sam's PBR is a sponsor of JL Media Today and this show. So, of course, that's why we see the coasters out here, and we're doing our thing. I want to give a quick shout-out to Sam Ash and the listening center we've got going over here. Also to Travel Agent Suze, our newest sponsor on JL Media Today. She is out roaming the world. No idea where she is today, but quick shout-out to her. Very interesting travel agent, David. This lady will not book you any place she has not been herself, and she can't give you first-hand information on.
Really?
That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
And
Didn't
I
call
keep forgetting I need to contact her until you mention her.
every show.
I know.
Yeah.
What am I
Every show.
doing?
I need her to get me a rental car. Will she have to have driven it?
Have to deal with the company. She will have to deal with the company. I can promise you that. Quick shout out to Habitat for Humanity of Hamilton County. Go talk to the Jasons over there at the Restore. I think there's only 2 of them. I think there was 3 at one time, but I think there's 2 now.
No, I thought there was more.
I don't know. Habitat for Humanity of Hamilton County is a sponsor of JL Media's Movie Night with JL Media. What's going on? Theater, brother.
Oh, we got all kinds of stuff going on. 'Tis the season. We're finally starting to get some great movies again. You know, it was a big success for us this weekend. We've got something for everybody. We brought in some independent films. We've got Kingsman: The Golden Circle, which we're talking about today. The Lego Ninjago movie, which kids are excited to see.
David's excited to see this.
I love the Lego movies, man.
They're funny.
Yeah, they were good. They're good.
We brought in Brad Status with Ben Stiller, produced by Brad Pitt, and Unfriended, which is like a slasher flick, I think, and one other movie whose title I am not remembering. Shame on me.
You normally have a list of stuff to talk about with you.
Yeah, I was juggling some other things before I came in here today, so
Sure. So I can't ask you about the flashback series.
you can.
Let's tell the listeners about the flashback. You know I love this series.
Yeah, Sundays and Wednesdays, 2 and 7 p.m. We've got classic films. Right now, we're on a classic film kick. We got To Catch a Thief this week.
Oh.
We've got Rio Bravo coming up. It happened one night, and then we're waiting to get confirmation on the next season after. But there was talk of some great stuff in there that we're super excited about.
I'm always excited about the shows going on up here.
We also launched our documentary days. We're bringing in 9 weeks of documentary films. This week's selection is Sidemen. And those are on Tuesday at 7 p.m. The nice thing about that is we have discount tickets on Tuesday.
Oh.
So all tickets are $7 all day unless it's IMAX or 3D or something special. So it's a really inexpensive way to get out to a theater and support your independent filmmakers, and especially your documentary filmmakers. It's an important part of the cinema forum.
No, absolutely. Absolutely.
So we also have our kids show series, Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays. If you're a frequent movie card holder, you get up to 6 admissions free. After that, tickets are $1.
$1, David.
$1.
It's right on my price range.
And this week's selection is Monster Truck, but you can go to goodrichqualitytheaters.com and check out what our series is going to have in it. There's a lot of good stuff in there this year, and we love to see the kids and the families come out. Also, if you have children on the spectrum or kids with special needs or auditory or photosensitivities, we do a Lights Up, Sound Down presentation at least once a month, where we turn the sound down, turn the lights up, and make it as comfortable as we can for those kids and show a movie. So, again,
That's
you
really
can go
special.
to... It's
No,
cool.
absolutely, yeah.
I dig
Very
it. As
special.
a parent of somebody on the spectrum, especially when my daughter was young, like getting out in public was impossible.
Sure.
And something like a movie theater seemed like it was really far out of reach. So I'm glad there are programs like this around now, and I'm really proud of my company for doing it. So
That's absolutely huge. It is supposed to be fall. Summer's over, right?
no,
It doesn't seem like it.
not the way I'm sweating, brother.
I'm telling you. I'm looking forward to the flashbacks in the fall. You know
Yeah.
I'm going to mention my movie again. John Carpenter needed to be cutting me a check because that's all I talk about is Halloween.
You know what's interesting, though, Johnny? You haven't talked about any of the other John Carpenter films. He's had so many cool ones, especially
No,
in that
just Halloween.
period of time.
He-
Assault on Precinct 13.
That was a good movie.
The Thing. The Thing's a master. The Thing
Kurt-
might be one of the
Kurt
best
Russell
horror
was-
movies
it
of
was
all
phenomenal.
time.
It was phenomenal.
Yeah. They Live.
They Live.
They Live's amazing.
Rowdy Roddy Piper, absolutely loved it. Still not my favorite, but I absolutely loved it. Didn't
Escape from New York.
Escape from New York.
that was in the Kurt
Absolutely.
Russell days as well, right?
Yeah.
Not to be confused with Escape from the Bronx.
True.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Didn't he also do vampires?
He
a
did.
Few, a few years later.
I know a lot of people who love
Yeah, he did
that
vampires.
Really.
movie. Mm-hmm.
A lot of people that hang out at the theater or
Yeah.
at the bar. 'Cause
Both.
okay.
I only hang out in 2 places, Johnny.
That's what I was talking about.
I mean, and home. I guess that's 3 places.
Hey,
Well,
he's coming back to the Halloween series.
that's what I heard.
It just
That's what I
announced,
heard.
last week? Yeah.
I think you and I both shared it on our respective pages. Would you like to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, we can. Screenland Squadron / Entertainment Today. Myself and Liz Eidenbeck and Megan Splinkle. We have a little podcast going on. Just recently, we dropped our latest episode. It was a roundtable discussion about season 7 of Game of Thrones, probably the most popular TV show in the world today. We had special guests to that show was my co-host for my other show, HeadlineNuz, Angie Breyer, the lovely Angie Breyer.
That's right.
All
She's
right.
contracted that way.
Yeah, I say it. And her boyfriend, Game of Thrones superfan Jeremy Davis. We had a lot of fun with that episode, so that's out now. You can check us out on Facebook. Just search at Screenland Squadron or SL Squadron, however you want to, whichever is easiest for you, or Entertainment Today. Then check us out on Instagram at sl.squadron. And we're also on Twitter. We also twat. We twat a lot. So you can check us out on
Wow.
SL_Squadron.
Yeah,
Check us out on
don't be
there.
a twit. Now you were talking
Or a
about
twat.
Halloween coming back. That's where we were going with that.
Yeah. Which,
Well, that's what I wanted to say. Is Jamie Lee Curtis is coming
well,
back.
she died in the last one.
She died in Halloween. No, H2O.
Yeah.
That wasn't the last one.
No.
We did one with Busta Rhymes after that. Yeah.
No, that was before. That was before H2O,
you
wasn't
sure?
it?
I don't think so.
Anyway, well, she died. But, and then, of course, Rob Zombie came out with his versions, which I absolutely loved. I loved the remake of the first Halloween that he'd done.
God will forgive you for that.
But here, no, I did. It was a good movie.
I liked it too.
If
I
you're a
thought
zombie- if you're
I
a
really
Rob
thought
Zombie
it was
fan.
good.
Rob Zombie's version was pretty good.
It's
But
a different animal, though.
I
here-
thought it is, but see, it kind of helped explained some things that were in question for many years.
Yeah,
It-
it tried to solve some problems.
Yeah, it did.
It
For
gave
sure.
it gave a backstory,
Yeah.
generally. But here's a question that
Wait a
nobody.
minute. I just want to take the stance right now that there were no problems in the original.
But it didn't give a backstory on
Yeah.
how or why Michael went crazy.
That's true.
Why he was so
That's
screwed
true.
up.
You know,
That's true.
and
Well,
Rob
some,
Zombie's
some,
right.
of the, some of the later films in that series tried to.
Yeah,
And they
but
went a
not
couple
to the
different ways
extent
with it.
that, not to the
Yeah, but they were
extent-
all horrible.
I think
I
the
won't
I think
agree
the
with
thing
you.
is, and this is where I don't know, I'm not a filmmaker yet, but what I see a lot of is people try to go back and they look at like the history of a franchise like Halloween, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we see, it starts out with like this home run of a movie, and then the series slowly kind of like the original Batman movies.
Yeah.
The series kind of unravels. They run away from themselves and their central idea, like what makes Michael Myers scary. And I think Rob Zombie was trying to give some depth to that character so that character would
Yeah.
have momentum that carried him through whatever they wanted to do next. But that's slippery, like
Well,
if you show Jaws at home reading a book and then getting knocked around by his dad or whatever, you know what I mean? It's not, you can overdo it. I guess I'm
sure.
being
It's a
silly,
different
but
animal. Well, Rob Zombie's Michael Myers was more of a Jason Voorhees than a Michael Myers. Michael Myers still had that human factor.
But here's a point that I was trying to make before. Since they're going to reboot this series or make another movie, did anybody ever realize that Jamie Lee Curtis, Laurie Strode, is like 60-something years old, so that would make Michael Myers around 75?
She still looked good.
that's a good 60.
Yeah, I'm not talking.
Just saying.
Fine, if she wants to play Laurie, but that would make Michael Myers 70 to 75 years old. Because he was like 10 years. Yeah, he was about 10 years old when he killed his older sister in the original, right?
Right, yeah.
Laurie Strode wasn't born yet, right?
Right.
In John Carpenter's. So let's say he was 10 years old then. Laurie Strode was born right after. Jamie Lee Curtis is around 60. That would make Michael Myers 70 years old. So we got a 70-year-old killer on the loose again.
I mean, his age doesn't bother me as much as that he's bulletproof, fireproof, waterproof,
And that,
cyclone-proof.
too.
Are you saying it's
Space
not really?
proof.
You got an indestructible senior citizen running around Haddonfield.
Yeah, and let's
Okay.
see
Yeah.
Rob Zombie fix that problem. Then how about
He
that?
did fix that problem, actually.
Oh my God, Sam, we're just leaving you in the lurch, brother. Do you like horror films?
Yeah.
I can't ask if you like movies. Everybody likes movies, but
Movies are okay.
just okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, says the man in film writing, production, editing work, and acting. Would you call yourself the lead actor in this piece?
I like to think that there is no lead actor, that the band is its own lead actor.
You stay frustrated a lot in this pilot.
I stay frustrated a lot in life.
Is that just you in general?
That's fair.
I've seen you a couple of times now, and you're always smiling.
Man, you might have caught me up. Like, I think I'm at my quota now.
I think we were
so-
drinking last time, though. But tell us about the House of Wayward Men, brother.
All right. Well, it is a mini web series at the moment, set on a band. Guys that live in a house are in a band together, trying to make it big, and they have absolutely no idea how to do that.
Like most.
True.
Yes.
True. We take a stab at it, and
An
Do what we
interesting cast of characters. Not only the regulars, I'm not sure how many are going to become regulars from the pilot,
we'll have to find out.
but everyone in the pilot was interesting.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes, where do we get them all?
Well, most of them I stole from the local comic scene, to be quite honest with you.
Right.
And Eddie, myself, and some 8-year-old kid that wandered on set are not comics, but everybody else is. So,
Some 8-year-old. Did you ever buy any magazine subscriptions?
absolutely not.
Okay. And he never got any candy.
There's a
either.
no soliciting sign on the door.
It is House of Wayward Men. Where can we find it, brother?
HouseOfWaywardMen.com.
There you are. The website is right there. It's on Facebook, and the pilot is on YouTube. I watched it myself.
That is correct.
Cool.
Are we taking it some interesting places?
We're going to try
How much
you
has
know,
it changed since you first started writing the pilot? Now you've got it filmed and out.
Like from conception?
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
changed tremendously. At first, we were just guys living in a house with no real purpose of moving us along. And then we're on the band thing now. So
Right. The band thing.
yeah.
Were any of you musicians?
Only myself. Ryan does play guitar, but I don't think he actually considers himself a musician.
Okay, cool.
They're not
But-
musicians, but they do play them on the internet. So
That's
No, I
true.
just-
might as
Yeah.
well.
It's a rich background for story because musicians are crazy.
That is true.
So are comedians.
Yeah. Well,
I cast it so if we ever had to play, we could fake our instruments pretty well.
right on.
Yeah.
Cool.
Now, did you ever think of bringing other musicians in, or are you sticking with comedians?
Oh yeah, there's quite a few local musicians that I'm thinking about.
Right.
That we might be seeing soon.
But not another harp player, because I think that one is enough.
That is enough. Yes, and never again.
I won't give any spoilers to this pilot either, but you really have to check it out. I enjoyed it. I really did.
Thank you.
That was a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun to make.
What is your favorite movie, Sam?
Oh gosh, Jackie Brown, I think is my favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you made David happy right there.
Oh yeah, I love Jackie Brown.
It's a great movie.
Love Jackie Brown.
Rum Punch is a great book too.
Yes, I love it. I love Quentin Tarantino movies anyway.
Uh-huh.
Getting back to the Kingsman, this movie kind of reminds me of Quentin movies with this hodgepodge of all these stars in one movie. I think you got Halle Berry in this one, Channing Tatum, Jeff Bridges, Julianne Moore. You got like these cast of characters in this movie who are all stars in their own right in one movie. It reminds me of Tarantino's
Sure.
movies.
It's interesting. I didn't think about it that way until you said it. And I was like, yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
I guess I should say now
Especially his
that
newer films.
this portion of the show will be brought to you by Statesman Straight Bourbon.
Yeah.
Are they handling the merchandising for this movie?
This
How involved are they in the Kingsman?
very. The Statesmen are the American version of the Kingsman.
Oh, okay.
And I think anybody who watched the trailer probably picked that up. That's why today I don't want to be referred to as Mitch anymore. I want to be Agent Yeager.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
And may I
I'm
express
sure we could do that.
how amazing your hats are.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I
But you
love
need
it.
some type of a holster.
I think I need a hole in the top of this hat, though, because it's getting warm.
Yeah.
I agree with you, man. It's not summer anymore, man. I'm burning up over here.
I'm sick of sweating. I mean, on the other hand, though, I don't like to be shivering either.
Oh,
You know,
I'd rather be
I'd
cold
rather
than hot.
shiver than sweat. I'm a
Yeah.
big boy, Mitch. I sweat.
I like it to be San Diego temperatures like all the time.
No,
Right.
It's like 72 degrees all year long.
No.
No seasons.
I'm not okay with that.
Be fine. You'll be all right.
No. I would not.
You're going to wake up one day and you'll be like, I don't remember what it's like to be
I
cold.
keep my house on 68 year round. People think I'm crazy.
Yeah, I go with that. It is movie night with JL Media.
And there you go.
Right here in Hamilton 16 IMAX at Good Rich Quality Theaters. We're doing it live. It's Thursday night. That's what we're talking about. The Kingsman. How was the first one, Dave?
I loved it.
You
I
saw
absolutely loved it.
Again, just last night.
Yeah, just last night when I was invited to the show here, it was something new and different. I love Matthew Vaughn's work, who was the director of the Kingsman 1 and 2.
Right.
I love his work of what he did with X-Men First Class. I guess I was one of the few who loved that film.
The movie's awesome.
It is awesome.
I
I
liked it.
absolutely
Really good.
loved it. You know,
Is I
I like the movie.
It was great.
Well, I want to see if Rob Zombie will redo it though, because I have a few questions.
He should redo that movie.
I just gotta
And
say.
I mean,
Don't be hating.
there's a little lesser movie. I think it was his first one that he directed called Layer Cake, starring Daniel Craig and Sienna Miller. I love that film.
Really?
Yeah, I believe that was like the film that really ushered Daniel Craig to be James Bond, if I'm not mistaken. But
Yeah, that's true.
yeah. And now Matthew Vaughn's name's been in the circles with Man of Steel 2. He's
Yeah.
been talked about to direct that sequel, and a whole bunch of other. He just signed a deal with Netflix for his TV shows to be on there too. So he's doing some big things in the world of Hollywood. So, but I love his work. So
All right. What'd you love about the first one?
Well, for one thing, I'm a huge Samuel L. Jackson fan,
Yeah.
and he played an awesome villain in that one. I loved his work in it, and it was just new. It was like the Secret Service of London, and had great action scenes that you probably have never seen before. I think it kind of rivals the action scenes that was in Wanted, if you remember that movie.
Oh yeah.
And I just fell in love with it. So I was really looking forward to Kingsman 2. The Golden Circle.
So what are you hoping to see in the Golden Circle?
More Halle Berry. With little on as possible.
So you're a Catwoman fan?
Sure. I'm a more Monster Ball fan, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
yeah.
I love me some Halle, Miss Halle. Academy Award winning Halle Berry.
What was the movie she was in with Charles Dutton? You know the one I'm talking about? Halle Berry.
Charles S. Dutton.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Losing Isaiah?
No, he played her husband, and they all worked at a prison. Anyway, long story. We're talking about the Kingsman tonight.
Oh,
Thank you. You know the one I'm talking about with the ghosts and everything. And,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, Gothica?
Thank
Yes.
you. That's the
Okay.
movie I was.
All right.
It's horrible, Mitch. I'm doing a movie show. I can't remember the names of the daggone movie. And when was that? What, 15 years it's been out?
Yeah, that was right after
been a
she
minute.
did. That was right after
that's
she did
been a
Monster
while,
Ball.
Yeah.
But we do know it's been 30 years since Dirty Dancing came out.
Yeah.
David is in the Throwback Thursday mode, and he's posting stuff from all over the flipping web.
Yeah, I posted that the original trailer to Dirty Dancing today. Last week was the Punky Brewster opening theme song, and the week before that was Kids Incorporated.
Oh my gosh, I saw those, right? And it all came back to me. I had the,
yeah,
I had
it got
the
stuck in my
record,
head.
the Kids Incorporated record.
Yeah,
I
man.
loved it.
Yeah, so I'm finding all these. I think next week is going to be something wonderful. I got something in mind.
We had a question from our audience. They want to know, David, where's your cowboy hat?
My head is actually too big for it.
We are actually, David is sporting a new look. He says it's by choice, but he's got some gray popping out here, man.
Is this by choice?
Is that because
Really?
you're doing?
I
three
willed
shows a
them
week?
into being.
Well, you said I look distinguished, so you're trying to look more like me. I don't think it's going to work, David. People are going to be
Trust
able
me,
to
this is
tell
not
us
by choice, man. This is not by choice. But yeah, I got a little bit on top.
You're leading a wonderful single life, man. You can't be sprouting gray like that.
Dude, I'm a single father, man. Come on now.
Yeah,
I'm a single. Of course, I'm gonna have a little gray hair on me.
a little gray. It's
a
popping
little.
out all over the place, coming out your ears is what it's doing.
I've got a 16-year-old daughter. In the next 2 years, I'm gonna be pure silver.
He nodded at me when he did that. And, yeah,
I kind of gestured toward. I mean, you got more of that,
Johnny, you're just white.
that
That's
frosty.
good. Yeah,
I
that's
see.
Yeah.
Thanks.
He's just white, like he's been scared to death, like just all of a sudden.
I've been married twice. Yeah. Dude, I've been to the gates of hell and back. And back. It is moving out with JL Media. The Kingsman. The Golden Circle is what we're talking about tonight. Mitch, is there anything that you can tell us about the movie that wouldn't spoil stuff for us?
Sure.
Do we see a lot
I-
more of Halle Berry?
We do see Halle Berry. She's an integral part of the film. Jeff Bridges is great, and I think they do a lot of cool stuff with gadgets. It's the one thing I love about these movies is that kind of like John Wick as well. They're not afraid to go with kind of that comic book aesthetic. It doesn't really have to be, super realistic. And
It's like
so
James Bond on steroids.
yeah. So they get to have a lot of fun with the gadgets and tech, and there's, of course, a lot of violence. This is a violent franchise,
Sure.
and so that all that stuff combined makes a lot of fun. And
Are there any actors in this film that would rate high on your pudding scale?
I'm a pudding scale.
Yes. Our listeners know that Mitch has a pudding scale.
Well, let's see.
Let's
I
plug
mean, Halle Berry makes some bad movies, and I'm pretty sure I've seen all of them. So definitely in her case. And I gotta admit, I've also seen all of Channing Tatum's movies. I'm not ashamed.
So you went back for Magic Mike Part 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I went in for seconds, if that's what you're getting at. I did.
Oh, Mitch.
I found those movies to be really charming.
Yes. Mitch, would you like to explain your pudding scale to Sam?
Sounds delicious.
I don't know, man. This just makes me seem so bizarre.
We need a tapioca sponsorship on the show.
I do love tapioca pudding, even though it looks terrifying. We just said, we make jokes one day about, people you would watch doing boring things, and so we're like, yeah, I'd watch him eat pudding.
Sure.
So we have a pudding scale, like he's got 3 cups of tapioca pudding.
But they're doing a lot of promoting for this movie.
They are, and
we're going to talk about rankings, and we're going to have to go right to Rotten Tomatoes, and I'm not sure why so many people go there that send me there, because I'm not a fan. I'll go ahead and tell them that. 49 on the tomato meter. It was 50 20 minutes ago. I hope that we didn't cause that, but it has dropped 1 point while we're sitting here.
This isn't the kind of movie critics like. It's the kind of movie audiences like.
99% and a want to see.
Yeah. And that's one of those things, like either you accept the aesthetic and the nature of what the movie is, or you don't.
Sure.
This is a super spy movie. It's not real deep in concept or execution. It's pretty cleverly written, but it's not something that critics like. Sometimes I think that people who write and post to Rotten Tomatoes just can't stand movies. Just regular old pop and popcorn. I want to empty every thought out of my head and just enjoy myself for 2 hours movies.
Sure. Yeah.
And this, like I said, this isn't for them.
Mitch, there's a question for you, brother.
Yeah.
From our audience, would you like this, or would you look at this movie as a mixture of Bond meets Inspector Gadget? Dude, I don't forward these questions.
I could see why someone might say that, but no. There's something very pulpy about it for sure, and there's definitely some cartooniness to it, but they really balance that with adult consequences.
Okay.
So, I think it's in that respect it's good. And personally, I liked Samuel L. Jackson's character in the first movie. I liked it that he was pulpy and cartoony. But again, I'm a long-term comic book guy. I like seeing comic book stuff translated to the screen, and I like it when there's a richness and depth to particularly the villains.
Right.
And Julianne Moore is a lot of fun in this movie, and she brings a lot to the table as far as what her deal is.
Do you have a favorite comic book that they brought to a movie screen that you did not like? Being the big
got to
guy.
be the Punisher, man. Punisher's been the most disappointing thing.
Really?
Yeah, the movies are okay, but none of them are really good. I'm a huge Punisher fan.
Okay.
So, and I would love to see that. And the original Captain America movie, not the new one in the modern era, but the one that came out in 1990.
Yeah.
That movie broke my 13-year-old heart.
That was horrible. I
was so angry. He had rubber ears on his costume.
God, that was horrible.
So bad.
That was horrible. Oh, jeez.
That movie got 0 pudding cups.
What about the new TV series, Punisher?
We'll see.
I'm looking forward to that.
I'm looking forward to it. I just hope you can't be afraid of who Frank Castle is. He's a psychopath.
Right.
What he did with the way they portrayed him in Daredevil season 2 was phenomenal. That's exactly who Frank Castle is. I totally loved it. So I'm looking forward to what the Netflix does with the Punisher here. Coming off of the Defenders, which wasn't that good, but I like the way Marvel does with Netflix shows.
In the original continuous Punisher series, I think it was around issue 12 when our artist Will Sportatio joined the team, but they did a whole thing where he went against a kingpin, and it's a great story. That's what I would love to see adapted, as something like that, where he has to find a way to interact with people and surround himself with people who are capable, even though he's terrible at people. I would like to see that, but we'll see.
We shall see. It is moving out with JL Media once again. Hamilton 16 IMAX. It has begun. The lobby was full. Now the theater is full, brother. They're here to see it. It's the Kingsman.
Yeah, for sure.
So the whole movie in itself, how many pudding cups would you rate it? I'm going to keep going back to this, man. It's I love it.
I'd give it a 3.5 out of 5.
3.5.
Yeah.
I
Maybe
mean, what did
maybe a 4.
What did Rotten Tomatoes give it right now?
49 right now.
So that means it will go on to make $1 billion worldwide.
Probably.
Gotcha.
Probably.
That's how it works with Rotten Tomatoes.
The thing is,
Usually.
the number one movie in America this week is going to be Lego Ninjago movie.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think
man.
that? You think that's going to take?
There has been a dry spell of kids movies, and people are just chomping at the bit to get their kids out of the house before it gets cold.
Because it's still going strong.
Yeah, but
Man,
I'm talking about kids.
Okay.
You know, those.
Like My Little Pony.
Yeah, I can't wait for My Little Pony.
My Little Pony.
That's going to be great.
We had a couple of questions from the audience and also a comment. Watch out, world. Mitch is going to take over for Bill Cosby for pudding. We probably should explain this more often.
Some
or
pudding pops.
You
or
know,
not do it at all. What do you think?
the pudding pops.
When you dip your hand in the pudding, you know.
I don't know,
Oh.
man. That's too soon, right?
Never. No.
Far
No.
too soon. Yes, it is, brother.
No.
At this point in time, we'll go ahead and say JO Media today is not responsible for any of the comments made by any of the guests or myself on this show ever.
And we would never endorse eating another stranger's pudding.
Absolutely.
A nice pudding pop with a cappuccino machine. All Bill Cosby. There it is. You got
Nice.
that, Johnny. Okay, yeah. There it is.
Hamilton 69 Mix. I'm going to try and rail it back in here, brother. What else is going on right here at the theater? Screen Taps is doing well.
Screen Taps is doing well. We got some new beers in. We added Daredevil Liftoff to the draft. We're looking at bringing in some new product. We've going to tap Oktoberfest here soon.
It's getting that time.
We've got Quaffon Strawberry Blonde, and I've got some new products that are going to be coming in. Should be good stuff. I might be bringing in some mead.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
It's yummy. Tried this stuff called Moonlight Mead from New Hampshire. Delicious.
All right. I've got to try it.
So,
This is where I love trying your beers, Mitch. Normally, I'm just a straight PBR guy when I go anywhere else. I don't really visit craft breweries or anything.
yeah,
Not my gig.
That's the thing.
I'm like a beer and shot guy. It's my jam.
That's me. Sam, you a beer and shot guy?
I just stick to bourbon.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's easy. Safe.
Safe.
Yes. Now, there were a lot of beers in your guys' hands in the pilot. I know you were shaking one around and had the top still on it. We saw that.
Yeah,
but,
that's right. Those are non-alcoholic beers, actually.
really?
Yeah.
I noticed the label was gone. I was trying to read which one it was. Why non-alcoholic? Because you're working or because...
One of us doesn't drink, so
Okay.
to respect that, we
Oh, that's on your show.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
on this show we do. Well, most of my shows we do. No, that's completely cool, man.
yeah. However, the interview section, I'm pretty sure I'm actually drinking bourbon there.
Cool. Really?
That might be real. Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. I got to know, man. Was he really playing the harp? Does it work?
I love that you had to ask that question.
No, really, because I was
No, and
You
the
never-
strings are made of fishing line, actually, but we worked really hard to make that thing look playable.
It looked like it was playable. You did a great job on it.
Thank you, yeah.
I was trying to watch it close. You never get a real good shot on it to see if it's...
There's a reason for that.
Who came up with that idea?
Mr. Keith Ray came up with that idea.
So we're going to blame him, huh?
We will blame him entirely for that.
Well, I'll go ahead and say, Keith, nice job, buddy. I really enjoyed that.
Though Corey Button and myself made it.
Okay. Well, good for you, brother. How long did it take?
A couple weekends.
I love the character. I love the character. Anyway, it's movie night with JO Media. Back to the Kingsman.
So, I had a question for you. How long is each episode? How many episodes are currently available?
Right now, there is the pilot is available, and it's 30 minutes.
Okay, cool. And is that going to be the format? There'll be 30-minute episodes?
At the longest, yeah. Somewhere
Okay.
between 22 and 30.
Cool.
We don't have advertisers at the moment to make happy, so
Right.
yeah. Somewhere in that time frame, when the story feels like it's told properly, then it'll be it.
You're
Awesome.
You're
That's
building
very
a fan
cool.
base. You got to make us happy now. Don't leave me hanging.
You don't
buddy.
want too much at one time.
Gotcha. He don't know me, Mitch. I want it all, brother.
That's right.
I want it all. What area of town is this shot in?
All shot in Broad Ripple
That's Broad Ripple?
so far.
Okay. Are we
We will move out and venture out with future episodes. But fun fact, I guess the entire pilot is shot at my house. We never left.
It's very cool. Well, from a driveway to the basement, right?
Correct.
Yeah, to the bathroom, to the shower. Yeah.
Oh, that lovely bathroom.
Oh, my God.
That's real, by the way.
They're kidding me.
Yeah. Watch it just for that.
The House of Wayward Men. Eddie had to get a shot or something to be down there.
Definitely encouraged. Strongly
Okay.
encouraged.
All right. Try not to give too much away, but again, I became a fan. I really enjoyed that. So. And check out episode 196 of Brother Bearcast. It's the House of Wayward Men right there. Now, these got the whole cast, the premise of the show. Gentlemen in their 30s all living together in a house.
Yep.
They formed a band, and they're trying to make it big.
You got it.
Well, in the pilot, I'll go ahead and say it, we changed cast members.
Well,
Rearranged
I
them.
always compared being
I'm
in a
talking about
band.
Antonio.
Antonio?
Yes, that's where I was going.
Yeah, well, I always compare being in a band to like dating 4 other guys at the same time, and sometimes relationships don't go as planned.
Sure.
So you got to boot them to the curb.
I've not
Find someone new.
I've not tried that. 4 other guys.
It's weird, but that's band life.
Whatever makes you happy, I guess, right?
Don't knock until you try, Johnny.
Oh, yeah, I'm not knocking. I just don't want to know. So.
Yeah.
If you're in a real band and you haven't seen at least one of your band members naked, there's a problem. You're not doing it right.
That's a good point.
Yeah, it's not we don't want that to happen, but it does.
Okay, what kind of rating do we have on this if you had to rate it? I know we don't since it's the internet, but
I would
is
say
there
a
gonna be
strong
nudity?
R.
Is there going to be nudity?
I hope not.
Okay, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Boo hiss.
Maybe the next show will be like, I don't know, apartment of self-actualized women, and we can
There you
do
are.
something like that. But I don't
you
think
are.
anybody wants to see that.
We could get some ladies from the burlesque community to join in and play extras. You could just have like a stag party or something.
That sounds like a fun new show.
A stag party.
And I will write it.
1967.
Dude, we already talked about my white hair. This portion of the show is brought to you by Stag Liquor. We need a new liquor sponsor, don't we?
Sure.
Absolutely. All
I
right.
vote for Jaeger.
There we are. There we are.
What was that?
Once again, it's
Little
mentioned.
dry heave.
In the
That's
spirit
fine.
of the movie,
It'll
should it
be
be
all
Old Forester?
Straight Jaeger?
No, man.
Okay.
But if anybody pours Red Bull in my head while I'm aging Jaeger, I'm going to be upset.
I was told by someone, I can't mention who because I'll seem like a bad parent, but Jaeger and Red Bull taste like Christmas.
Tastes like Christmas.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it tastes more
Yeah.
like college.
There you are.
Tastes more like having the dry heaves.
Yeah. I haven't been there yet. Now I have
College
my
or the dry heaves?
Now I have my weekend planned. Shooting
So-
for some dry heaves. Dry heaves are
Dry
cheaper
heaves.
than college, right?
What was the family
Lot
tradition
cheaper.
where it's like, Johnny, hit the Jaeger, then, stumble on over to the tree and start opening presents?
Tastes
I
like
mean-
Christmas.
Pour a
Tastes
little
like
Jaeger and
Christmas,
the old
for real.
eggnog. you
But I
know,
understand there's a reindeer on the bottle. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, just part of one.
All right.
Yeah. All right. It is movie night with JL Media. I have no idea where we're going with a lot of this. So,
I don't
Do we
yeah.
ever?
do we ever?
No.
Do we ever? House of Wayward Men. One more time, the website address. Very simple.
HouseOfWaywardMen.com.
It is right there. It is right there. Is there a worse movie? Do you have a favorite? Do you have a
Oh.
worst? One that you absolutely hate?
Not off the top of my head. I try not to watch those or watch them again.
Again? Do you have those that you just, have to watch if they come on? I have several. Like The Outlaw Josie Wells. If it's on, I'm going to watch it.
I mean, I watch a lot of movies, but
That movie's awesome.
I think it is.
Okay. Sorry.
No, that's not
Sorry,
one.
I'm confused by the question. Are you asking him if there's a bad movie that he loves, or are you asking him if there's just a movie that he just hates?
That was the second question.
Oh,
How
okay.
many?
there were 2 questions there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
All right.
you said you try not to watch the ones that you hate.
Yeah, that is true.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't think of I haven't seen any bad ones lately.
Y'all need to be cool now. Mitch doesn't need to know about this flask I'm going to on the table over here. As I'm chewing my popcorn here. And I'm sweating in this daggum hat. Mitch, is your head sweaty?
No.
It's a great movie. It's a great merchandising stuff, but this hat is hot. Movie
Yeah.
night
I
with
think it's
JL
just
Media.
you.
We're all over the place tonight.
My-
And sponsors
Well-
are going to be dropping us left and right if we don't pick it up quick.
We'll be all right. We'll be
I
all
hope
right.
so.
So,
I hope so. What else is going on at the theater here, bro?
we're just getting geared up for the big season here. We've got October, which is usually full of dramas and horror movies, and then getting to November, which kicks off with a bang with Thor Ragnarok, which I'm personally super excited about.
That's going to be
And
big.
then rolling 2 weeks later into Justice League. Then we head into December. We've got some big family films in there. We've got some really cool stuff, and of course, the one I'm looking most forward to, which is The Last Jedi. So it's good. We're gonna finish out 2017 with a bang, I think, and then rolling into next year. There's a bunch of great movies next year, so the train keeps a rolling.
The Last Jedi is going to be big, but we're not ending the year with that. We're doing Pitch Perfect, brother.
We are doing Pitch Perfect.
That's going to be interesting. Since
That movie's
I've
gonna
not
be big.
seen any of them.
Why not?
Is this the third one?
Yeah.
Yes, it's the
Okay.
third one. You haven't seen any of them?
No.
Come on.
No,
They're
I haven't.
cute.
Really?
Does that make me a bad person?
I mean, a
No,
bad person.
just lame.
Lame. I've been accused of that before. Sam,
You know
have
what
you
I mean?
seen Pitch
Bad
Perfect?
people hit their kids
No, I
with
have
sticks.
not.
This is a movie.
Sam is lame too. I'm in good company over here then, right? What do you love about Pitch
I
Perfect?
just thought it
man?
was hilarious. I like Fat Amy. She's hilarious.
Yeah, I think it's just
I just thought it was funny.
Okay.
But I like movies like that.
All right. Well, it must be doing well if they're third in the series.
yeah.
They haven't
They're
been around that
huge.
long, have they?
No.
It's a huge franchise. Huge franchise.
Yeah. They were
Hundreds
were
of
really
millions of
big.
dollars.
I think I need to get out more. It's what I think.
Well, that's a big thing now, singing those a cappella groups.
Oh, I thought me getting out was what you were doing.
Well, that too.
Okay.
But that's what everybody's doing now. They've been doing that for a little while.
Yeah.
So I think that's why they were so popular.
Acapella is like karaoke for douchebags.
Right.
No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
It's $100 million franchise of douchebags. Is that what you're saying?
I'm sorry. Now I'm just being obnoxious.
Now, Mitch has my
Acapella's
class.
cool. I don't want the acapella people to come after me now.
He's having a heat stroke because of his
Start
hat.
snapping
Ignore
their
everything
fingers
he
and
said.
aggressively singing choruses at me. I don't want to be in that kind of danger, Johnny.
Protesters lining up in front of your house singing in unison.
Right, but like carolers, but they all have just songs with vulgar and really mean-spirited lyrics.
Attack of the Glee Club.
Basically, any Rob Zombie soundtrack is what we're saying.
You've been knocking Rob Zombie ever
sorry.
since we started this
I've
show.
watched every one of his movies, man. And I'm
You
not
don't like any of them? None of them?
yeah, it's okay to watch one time. It's nothing I have to go back and. I haven't gone out of my way to watch it.
Devil's Rejects was awesome.
Oh,
was a
I
good
knew
movie.
you were going to say that. I thought it was horrible.
No, that was an awesome movie.
I think it's a well-made movie, but
Yeah.
I don't like it. But it doesn't have any protagonists. I mean, other than like the guy who's going after
I
him.
watched that, and at the end, I just really, that's all I could say. I sat here all that time for
The
that.
end when they're just going down and playing Freebird in the back. Oh my God, that was so poetic. I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
What about 31?
I haven't seen 31.
Okay,
No,
I didn't get into it.
I
didn't
didn't
get
see
even
31.
halfway through it.
that's the storyline is it is what it is, and basically just a whole bunch of killing and blood and gore fest, and him putting his wife out there who thinks is amazingly hot, and she just isn't.
It's,
Man.
I'm sorry, man.
It's called keeping within the budget, man.
Okay,
That's
all
what
right.
that's called.
Every one of his daggone movies, they really
Yeah,
every
he's got a
single.
I
budget.
hope, I
wife
hope
works for
other
free.
than I'm sure our large a cappella crowd, I just want to let everybody know that
You need to rephrase.
Johnny
that.
is alone in his disdain for Rob Zombie at this table today.
Maybe he's having the heat stroke.
That has warm. I'm just saying. had it's a little warm. So
I got the heat
what's her
stroke.
name? Like Moon something? Moon.
Sherry
Bee?
Moon Zombie.
There we go. And you like her? I like curves on a woman. That's just my thing. So
Okay,
Maybe
so here's the
that's it.
thing. I thought she was Sean Yseul for years. I
Okay.
thought the bass player from his band.
Uh-huh.
I thought he married because they look similar, which
Okay.
is a little, like
Yeah.
Like I
Brother,
can't marry my.
sister, or
Yeah, I don't know. You know what I mean?
a
Like
little sketchy.
you keep bringing home people who look like your bass player, Rob. But yeah. So that's how. So I was confused, and I always thought she was cool just because she played bass in a rock band. It was awesome.
Yeah.
So
Okay, well, Dan wants to put in his 2 cents too because he's listening. So
Who?
he's Dan. He
Oh, yeah.
texts us the whole show when he's not here, so he should just be here. Oh, it was The Woman Shut Your Mouth, Devil's Rejects, and House of 1,000 Corpses. Awesome.
Okay.
So there you go. That's Dan's
All right.
opinion.
See, all right.
See, Devil's
I
Devil.
liked 1,000 Corpse, but I just didn't like the Devil's Rejects.
Yeah, it was the sequel of A House of 1,000 Corpses. So
Right. And every time anybody mentions that movie, I always think about House of Wax, which I loved.
Yeah, that
the
was
original
good.
or the remake?
But the remake, because I got to see Paris
Paris
Hilton die.
The remake was horrible.
That's the best part of the movie.
Oh my God, it was
Now the
awful.
Paris Hilton fans are going to be contacting.
I don't care. Bring them on.
All right.
I don't think she has any more fans. Actually, she hasn't been relevant in the last 10 years.
I didn't know she was still around.
No,
Thank
so.
you.
a lot of her nudie pictures are resurfacing on the internet now, so they're going to push for something.
I mean,
Something's going on.
it's amazing since her sex tape came out, her career just went down, while Kim Kardashian is just shot up to the sky and beyond.
oh man, do we have to call them careers?
Well, I mean,
That's such a good point.
You know what I mean? I mean, the thing is, like, if I were to do that, no one would look at me online and go, "Hey, Mitch, please take all our money." That was a life-changing experience. We need to have people follow you around with cameras 24 hours a day so we can hear all the interesting things you have to say. And what are you going to do next? Then none of those conversations would happen.
That's what we need is a Mitch Ross sex tape.
That's what you think.
With his cowboy hat.
With a tapioca pudding sponsor.
That's what you think. And they're like, all right, I hit the record button. I'm like, okay, but we're done now.
It's Mitch. It's Mitch naked with his cowboy hat, eating tapioca pudding.
I'd be scared to click on that link.
Okay, now that I would film.
I figured.
Movie night with JO Media. We've gone all off the rails. It's been an awkward show.
That's not my fault.
I'm not sure why it's so awkward here. I'm not sure.
It's the heat stroke you're having.
Probably put me in a cowboy hat, and I hadn't been in one in 20 years.
But you wanted one so bad.
I said yeehaw a couple times under my breath.
Sam, when's your next? Did you answer this already? When's your next episode going to drop?
I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
After we film it.
Oh, right on. Are you still writing it?
No, it has been written.
Okay.
We just need to film and edit, and
Can I ask kind of a nerdy writing question?
you can ask.
Okay. Do you do it in like a teleplay format when you're writing? I mean, so do you do like try to do a page a minute or what do you?
Yeah, that's typically how it plays out.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
A page a minute. I guess that's a writer thing, David. I don't know anything about that. But
no, I don't write scripts.
okay.
You want each page of material to be about a minute, to represent about a minute of time on screen.
It
I
holds
did
true.
read that. I
I
did.
get you.
I read that in, I think it was Sig Frieg's How to Write a Script book. I
You don't know
believe
anything-
that was his
You
name.
don't
So
know
one
anything
page
about
is 1
writing,
minute.
but
Yeah.
you read the book.
Yeah, so if it's like
Typically.
190 pages, typically that's 190 minute worth of film.
Well,
Right.
that makes sense. That would make a lot of sense.
I mean, it helps with the structure too, because things have to happen at certain points in the film.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yep.
That's cool.
Okay. All right. It's a learning experience here on Movie Night with JO Media. Heather, where can we find you online?
You can find me on Facebook, Into the Woods by Heather. You can find me on Instagram, Into the Woods by Heather. You can find me on JL Media Today's website, too.
Now, you are constantly hammering out these products.
Yes.
7-day-a-week gig?
Yeah.
You have
it
a-
has been.
Do you have an inventory, or do you like make the
No,
order?
I make them nice and fresh.
Okay.
I don't like them to sit on the shelves because you don't have additives and preservatives in them, so
Mm-hmm.
they're not going to last, 6 months to a
Yeah,
year.
that makes sense.
Well, about 6 months, but not years.
yeah. Sure. Okay. You working on any new products?
I am going to bring out my own facial products and some products just for some feet so you don't have stanky feet.
Mm.
Nobody wants that. And I'm going to bring out some perfume and cologne roller balls, too.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's another
Can
great movie,
smell
by the
good.
way.
Rollerballs?
From the
Roller
70s.
balls?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There
James
we go.
Caan.
There
All
we
right.
are. Sorry.
So, yeah, that's about it.
You should
really.
make a rollerball that smells like rollerball would have smelled.
That's
Wow.
scary.
Like
No,
Fear and Carnage.
Yeah.
Like,
That's a great flick. I'm just saying. It's a great flick.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Sam, I want to apologize to you for the show tonight.
I'm sure it's my fault somehow.
The House of Wayward Men. Where can we find everything now? You doing more? You got a marketing person now, so you're doing more than just the website, right?
We do. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, all the major players. House of Wayward Men. We'll be there.
There you are. And we don't know when we're filming again. Are we
Hopefully-
waiting on
hopefully
funds
soon.
and sponsors and?
Well, that would
backing?
always help. We did shoot the pilot on about a $20 budget, and all of that went to the harp. So
So what are we looking for to get started here? I mean, do we need a backer? Or?
I mean, that would help. We just need to get together and film.
epi-
I've got a whole season written, so
Episode 2. Can we do that for $50? Is that what you're saying?
I would hope so.
Okay.
That seems reasonable.
All right. Sounds good to me. I'm interested to see what happens with you guys. You left me hanging.
Good. I hope so.
David Banks,
Yes, sir.
you're all over the internet, brother. Where are you?
Jesus Christ, man. I am at Screenland Squadron on Facebook and Instagram. You can look for us on there. Also on Twitter. Co-host Liz mans the Twitter page.
Liz rocks.
Yeah, I love Liz. And Megan. I can't forget about Megan. She's like the baby of our group, so she's a little cutie pie. Then check me out on Headline News with the co-host, the lovely Angie Breyer. We're on HeadlineNuz.com. Also check us out on our Facebook page on that. And it's almost October, Johnny, so that means the Walking Dead season is right around the corner.
Absolutely.
And we're coming back with Indy Drinking Dead for the 8th season. Is it the 8th season already?
It's the 8th season
8th
already.
season of The Walking Dead. So
That is a hard start right there, October 22nd.
October 22nd.
Indy Drinking Dead. We go live with last week's episode, and we do like a Mystery Science Theater thing where we give our, character twist and plot lines, our opinions about what's going on.
Yeah.
We differentiate from the, see that? Enunciation as well, too, Mitch. That was good.
Ooh la la.
Between the graphic novel and the TV shows, a lot of us, namely me, have not seen the graphic novel. None of it. A couple other guys on the show have, and we can talk about the differences in the two.
Would you be interested in reading one?
No.
Okay.
Simply because of lack of time. With all these shows we're doing, I'm doing 7 days a week, normally 12 hours a day, and if I can.
Now, Robert Kirkman has another series coming up, Invincible, which should be really cool.
Oh, yeah?
It's a super violent superhero story.
Very cool.
Yeah, so that's going to be coming along soon, too.
Worse than The Punisher? Or better than The Punisher, I should say?
I don't know, man. Why do I have to make these
Dude,
absolutions?
you are a go-to movie guy. So
There's not a whole lot I like more than I like The Punisher.
Okay.
But, yeah, it's good stuff, though.
Tell us about where we can find the theater online.
GoodRichQualityTheaters.com. And you can come to our Facebook page. Hamilton 16 IMAX and GDX has its own Facebook page as well. We've always got lots of fun posts going up on there and information about upcoming events. Don't forget to go to the events tab at GoodRichQualityTheaters.com and look up Hamilton 16 to see what's coming up. And we always love to see you here.
A lot of cool stuff and things happening right here at Hamilton 16 IMAX.
Absolutely.
And once again, until next time, this has been Movie Night with JL Media. # awkward show. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.